Today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be modifying your cube. You are going to modify your cube. And if you take a look, what we want to do to your cube, we want to create a sketch or a drawing on the front view of your cube. You want to have a cylinder extrusion. So we're going to talk what that means and how to do that today. We want to make sure that it's a 1.5 inch diameter cylinder, as well as then it extrudes out 0.5 inches. We also want to create a square extrusion on the right view of your cube, and we want to make sure that the width of that square is 1.5 by 1.5 and that the depth is 0.5 inches. We also want to make sure that we change the color of our cube, so we're going to try to remember how to change the color of something, and we're going to change it red. So you made this cube the last class time, or maybe perhaps just a few minutes ago. I want to make sure that we're able to access the file, so make sure that you go up to, you open your inventor, and then go up to the I, or you can go to the file, and then you're going to select open. So you're going to need to make sure that you remember where you saved it to begin with. Alright, so we should have our cube up. What we're going to be doing, we are going to first start talking about how to draw on a 3D item. So I want to make sure we remember we understand where our view cube is at. And I want to make sure that I am focusing on the front view because that's where we're going to put our circle. So I'm going to go ahead and select our front view. Now it didn't say that it needed to be centered or anything else, that we just need to create a circle on our front view and then extrude it. So I'm going to start a 2D sketch, and then I'm going to select that front view surface. And then I'm going to hit my view cube to make sure that I'm centered. I like to be centered on my page. And I'm going to start drawing my circle. So notice I'm going to a already pre-made geometry shape, and I'm going to select circle, and I'm just going to roughly kind of just judge it looks kind of like it's in the middle. So I'm going to click, left click, and then just drag. Now it said I wanted to be a 0.5, so if you remember, I'm going to type in my dimension and then press tab, or you can press enter. Now if you happen to accidentally make a mistake and you pressed entered already, so you can always go to that dimension box up at the top on your ribbon, and then you can select your shape and then drag, and it will show you that then you can enter your dimension in. But I've already have the correct dimension, so I'm going to leave it there. And all I'm going to do is now finish my sketch. I have my circle, and so you'll see that I have my circle here, but it's not extruded. It's only a 2D shape. I need to go ahead and make it 3D. So I need to give it some depth. So I'm going to click my extrude button, and it automatically extruded my shape that I just drew, because that was the only shape I've created so far. And you'll see that it has a predetermined distance already on there. Sometimes, depending on your last extrusion, oftentimes it will stay with the same exact extrusion. So you might need to change the distance. It's supposed to be 0.5, so I'm going to just type in 0.5 so that you can kind of follow along. And then I'm going to select OK. And right there we have created a extruded circular shape on our front face of our cube. Now our second task, we are supposed to create a square shape on our right side of our cube, and then we are supposed to extrude that. So let's get started with that. I'm going to go up to my view cube and select the right face of my cube. I'm going to start a 2D sketch, and I'm going to select my right face of my cube. You'll see that I'm going to center it again, so I'm going to go up to my view cube and select the right side just so it kind of gets in the middle of the page. And then I'm going to draw my rectangle. So I'm going to select my predetermined shape or geometry shape. And again, I'm just going to kind of eyeball where I think middle might be. It didn't necessarily say I had to, but I just kind of like to see if I could get it into the middle. And remember, it was supposed to be 1.5 by 1.5. So I've entered my dimensions in, and I've got my square. So I'm going to finish my sketch. Now again, you'll notice it is not quite finished yet because it's not extruded. So I just did my actual drawing, but it's not extruded. So I'm going to make sure that I select the extrude button and then make sure that my surface is selected. And when I've done that, I'm going to double check to make sure it has the right depth. It's supposed to be 0.5, so again, if it's not, I'm going to enter it in. And then I'm going to either hit OK or hit the green button, or the green check. And then there you'll see that I have my circle extrusion and my square extrusion. Now, the last thing I'm supposed to do on this particular task is to make sure I can change the color. So I want you to pause for a second and just see if you can recall where we would find the ability to change the color of our cube. So it's above our ribbon. You'll see right now mine is glassy gold. I'm going to try to change it to a red. Now there's lots of different types of colors. There's light red, there's whatever else. I'm going to select the orange red. And there I have my particular cube. Make sure that you save your cube because you are going to have to show me that you can create this task and that you've checked this task off. So you do need to make sure that you save this and you save it with a different file name. So this time I'm going to save it as red cube. And so you'll want to make sure you save it. And we're ready for our next task. See you later.